Okay, now that's better. Okay, we're gonna go over enemies. I'm just fixing some spell stuff. Nothing ever gets done that's planned. I'm in the middle of changing where the spells are stored because I don't want them to get mixed up with the cosmetics on PlayFab. Kind of crazy to deal with all that. So let me see what I'm in the middle. Okay, so on spells, check. Make sure I have everything. Sick. Okay. I uploaded. Let me see if I can't write in chat. I don't know why it won't let me. So dumb. I'm going to post the link to the game. If anyone wants to play it, there's a new version up. And it's still in alpha, so you have to click on the link. Okay, here we go. Let me fix this live chat. Okay, I'll just put it in the chat. There you go. So I'll post it in the chat. There's a link. Let's get working. Okay, so where are we at? Okay, own spells. I'm just gonna add spell. And we have that spell. Then we want to save the spell. Just trying to wrap up the spell. So, because I want to give the players 5 spells at the beginning so that it's actually more interesting to begin with. So, let me see. Boom, boom, boom. That's done. The spell is here. Own spells. Oh, there's no scriptable object. Okay. So let's go in here and create it. It's for inventory, or yeah, let's do inventory. Create own spells. Okay, so we don't have any spells right now. Oh, and that's the other thing. Okay, hold on. So there's a few things that I have to do and fix. But let's start with this. On spells. Come on. There it is. Spell VFX. I guess if we have a VFX, let's see what it does. Spell VFX. Oh, this would like create. Oh, we don't need it right now. We don't have to worry about it. Not for now. And then save. Let's do a save. What are we saving? Save spell data. Okay, so we're gonna go into scenes, the loading scene. I mean, I could have just gone to the script, but the prefab, listener, player data, spells, listener. Okay, this is spells unlocked. It'll grant the spell, but we're not gonna use this anymore. We're gonna do an empty, or no, it's a void. Void event listener, and we're gonna grab that save spell data. and we're going to create something in the playfab handler. Okay. So, let's see if I have, because I want to make sure I'm using all the player data. Yeah, so all these, because I'm going to have to load it again. Okay, so here we're going to do a similar thing. I'm just going to copy paste this because it's going to be the same. Save player spell data. Data. Okay, so we have, and here we would have, we're going to grab that own spells. Own spells. Okay. Oh, now I gotta find that, make sure I don't lose it. And then in here, we're gonna do this, save data. Oh, okay, so in here, my bad. In here, save data. Oh no, where is it? Load. Oh, it's called, I'll just call it save. Data. Okay. We have that. Gotta make sure we go in here. There's the save data. Spell data. And we're gonna save that here. And we're gonna call it spell owned spells. Okay. And so that way we can see that at the end. Okay, so you have to save. It's done. It's saved. Now we gotta call that, but we also have to load it back. So in here, we gotta make sure we do another one of these. Copy, paste, paste. And then we need another one of these. Owned spells equals new owned spells. Okay, and then we're gonna do owned spells equals owned spells. Otherwise it's a new one. The reason we do this is because sometimes there's error, and so we want to do the try catch. I just get used to doing that. And because we're loading own spells. Own spells to JSON. Now we're gonna load it. So we have own spells dot load, and we have these own spells. And it's not taking it. Own spells data. That's the thing. That was my bad. And here, because the own. Oh, data. We want to call it owned spells data. We're gonna do the same thing here, I think. Okay, so here also we want to do that. Hold on, because we. Oh, wait, hold on. Spells data. Yeah, that's it. Make sure. Yeah, own spells. We'll just do that. And then in here. Owned spells data. This is just a variable. Okay, and then this is the actual class. So you have a serializable class. Okay, and that works. Because the reason why is because we have this class in here, own spells data, that we're gonna, in here, I'm gonna add more stuff later. Like for example, if I want to know like if I have like archive, or it's campaign archive progress, for example, how many of these spells do they have, or like side campaign archive progress and stuff like that. So if I have different spell lists and I want to group them and to see the progress that the players made, we can do that. Or I can just do that at runtime to give them an idea of what they can do. Okay, so we have that. We save, we load. The only other thing that we need to do is change the menu. So, because the player has to be able to equip the cosmetic. I mean the spell. So that's the last thing. Oh, and then we need this here. That was the thing. I did that now. And we want to do the spell listener. We have the function. You have handlers, save player spell data. Okay, and then we don't need this anymore. We're not going to unlock it that way. And then we're going to go to the player now. And the player has a menu that will okay, and in this menu, let me see what we have. Spells tab. Okay, so in here we go deeper. Okay, so we don't need this. I'm gonna close spell selection. Okay, so in here should be spells load. Okay, so we need to change how we load the items. Okay, owned inventory. We're not gonna use this anymore, and we're gonna do own spells. Own spells. And then I'm gonna call this own spells. And now we should get an error. Okay, so enable. For each string in own spells.get. Okay, so it should say something else now. It should be get spell or get all spells. And it's a list of data, but it should be oh, it's private, get spell IDs. So we're gonna return that list public. Yeah. We're gonna, what are we returning? We're gonna return this list of strings. Get spell list. If we want to, we could also just get all the data from the beginning. Oops, don't need that. Return IDs. But for the sake of just like parsing through stuff, and I don't want to change anything in here. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so we have this, and it adds a list, and then it gets this, the data by string, and it puts it on each hand. So I'm gonna leave it, not touch it, to get spell list, because that will be fine. And then it will grab each string, and it will be, it's done. I don't have to do anything. Then we're gonna tweak this. Let me see. Make sure we have the own spells in here. And everything else should be fine. The other thing that I wanted to start looking into, especially for fighting, I need to remove these. Let me fix this back where it was. Yeah. So some things I need to do. Okay. we are gonna test some things out, but let's see. I need to. The player has a detection spell. So what's going on is that we have an aim assist, and I think I want to use this more often. And I haven't used it in a while, but we have icons and things that we can use now. So what happens is, where's the aim assist parent? Let's see, applications, entity manager, level up. Okay, and I need to see if it's in here. Because this one had some kind of assist for game. I think I took it out. Okay, let me see. We'll play the game in a little bit just to test it out. Let's test out the spell first, and then we'll try to modify it. Okay. So let me get my headset and let's get connected. Okay. Please work. Okay. Oh, battery's low on my right controller. Dang it, I forgot to charge. I need to get a battery, and then I'll probably have to change the batteries midstream. I'm hoping that this will give me enough for right now. So I'm just gonna test to make sure I can own the spell and I can equip it. Yeah, loading along because I changed the loading best right now. Oh, there's a problem. Okay, so AC. Okay, so the catalog. So there's something that doesn't have AC. If this equal no, we could just do this. Let me see. So what's going on is there's an item that's the worst. Okay, I'll just change it. I just gotta change the item to have. So this is gonna happen on the live version too. So I'll fix it here, and it'll fix it for everybody. So I added an item to level up, and it's not worth any arcane coins because. Okay, so we have that. That will fix that. And try it again. Okay. Oh. Okay. It's already loaded, but it's doing a delay. Okay. So we have, okay, the effect is not turning on or is not visible for some reason. I'm gonna figure that out. Weird. Okay, so let me see if we have spells. Whip it. Whip. And uh-oh. Something's wrong. The other thing. I need to the way I load the spells. Okay, so plug this in. Okay, what's happening is the player needs to load it from the right resource. Let me see. I have your in here somewhere in the tool in the controller spells. We're gonna recognize the spell, but the problem is I was grabbing it from the wrong list now. Spells to load. Spell list, inventory list, spawn spell. Huh, I should have. Let me see if it's spawning it. Loading. And I gotta fix this loading thing. The loading, wait to launch game. And then it's waiting to launch. Game, fade in. I don't know which this. Yes, have that. And then should be able to see what's wrong. So I'm changing the spells now before I start adding a lot of spells. We only have 1 or 2 spells. And oh, there it turned on this time. That's weird. Okay, so own spells. I don't own any spells according to this. Okay. Spells unlocked. Okay. So we have this spell. What do I let me head. Right. Okay, so we have I'm trying to figure out if everything's right here. Let me make sure we have the right spell. Right hand, we should have. I mean, we shouldn't have anything right now, right? Okay, we don't have anything. That's good. We don't own anything. It didn't seem to have saved when I grabbed this. So when I grab obtain spell, should have saved the spell and it should have added the spell. On the spells, obtain spell, add spell, and then save, and it destroys it. Okay, so we should see stuff happening. Let me try again. Okay. Working, loading. We just need to figure out where the disconnect is, which I think I know. I just need to make sure I trace it so I know what I'm changing. Somewhere along the lines of equipping. Okay, so it's visible there, but not in the headset spell. Okay, so I should see in my. I should be able to see in my account that something happens. Grab it. Oh, let me make sure I don't have it. Spells? I have nothing. Okay. Grab it. Okay. I should have unlocked it. Going. Data JSON 1. That's saving the wrong thing. Oh, wow. I think I forgot. I never. Okay. So that's the first mistake. Saving the wrong thing. And remember when we first added the. Let me first overwrite all this. Open. Okay, in here, the save game, we need the new one. Save spell data. Okay, there. So that's gonna save the spell at least. I will save it, and I'll be able to own it. Still doesn't explain the other problem, but we'll do one thing at a time. Okay. So now we have the saving fixed. Yeah, so in here, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna create different locations for the spell where you can unlock the spells. And then, okay, so let me, spells, I own it, I can equip it. Oh, yeah, I have it. And it works, yay, so it's all working. And then I'll add effects to it. Okay, so I'm level 5. Oh, something, I forgot something in here. My fusion rig. Okay, so we have a problem with the rig because it's stuck in here and it should be checking. Oh, let me see if the spell works. Oh, yeah, these effects are not visible in here for some reason. They're a default layer too. So these effects are not being rendered in VR. So I gotta double check stuff. So what else? Oh, this guy. Why are they fusion rig? Head position. Oh, I forgot. Okay, I'm gonna fix this. This is not gonna work for the multiplayer aspect, but we're gonna get it fixed now. I completely commented this out because we were having trouble with Fusion, and I finally figured out what was wrong. So, oh crap! Now I need to make sure I turn it on. I'll submit a new build. I need to figure out. So let's go to the rig or the Fusion rig. UVR. Okay. So let me make sure that everything is here. No, the Fusion rig. Okay, so oh no, I have to put all this back. I have no idea. Okay, so we have left hand, right hand. Hopefully it doesn't break anything. Body. Oh my gosh. This, I think. Left eye, right eye. I don't think I need that for now. We could. I don't even know if I have it. No, I don't have anything. So you don't have right eye or left eye. Voice network. UI parent. Text display name. Display name, meta ID, RGO. That's this. And hand right and hand left. I think this is specifically for the geometry. So that we can move some stuff. Health image bar. Health text. Level text. Good thing I name stuff. Okay, we have everything back. Let me make sure I got a message. Make sure I don't. Okay, there. Done. Okay. So that's better. Let me see. We shouldn't have any other problems. Okay, so we need to, let's see, rendering. We need to go to the URP pipeline settings. Okay, so we have, we need our own because there's going to be, okay, we have this performant. And let's see, we need to use depth texture there. So this is gonna help with the effects. It's gonna be not as performant. I would just duplicate this and say Magic Hunter Custom. Okay, and then we're gonna change it to depth because we're gonna do a lot of, we're gonna change stuff and use some post processing in VR, and we're gonna try to do some cool stuff, but we have to, yeah. So in order to keep a sanity check, we'll keep that in the back to make sure we understand what we're disabling and not. Now I need to, in here, make sure I'm using that one instead. So in here, changing render image takes it. Okay, oh my gosh. Please don't take too long. Okay, so we have, I think it's gonna do it. Okay. The other thing that I could do also is it has this performance render. If I need to change anything here, we can also do a custom, right? So ERP magic hunter render. And then in here, we just grab that. That's just in case I'm gonna change this. But for now, I think this is pretty straightforward. Post processing. So we enable post processing if we want. Okay. Okay. So now let's see what happens. Because there's some. Now we should be able to see the effects, which is gonna be pretty cool. So I'm gonna try to make a build later after this stream to push with all the updates and fixes. And I want to reward the players that are playing early. So I have cosmetics that are free. We will improve them. I'm gonna see. Let's see what else we can do, because I definitely. Oh, come on! Connect. No, it was connecting earlier. Come on, what's going on? Really? It just decided to stop working, just randomly. Dang it! Come on! Oh, there it is. Finally. Okay. Should be able to now see the effects. Okay, so I already have the spell. It's saved. I have it in here equipped, so that's saved. So that's working. It works. Oh yeah! Now I can see the effect. Okay, that looks cool. I have 0 though, so if I try to buy it, it will not let me. Oh, it says wrong price. It should say, wrong price. Oh, that's good to know now. Bum. The problem is crap. I hate this, but we'll have to do a different one. Oh no, I don't want to. Come on, what can I do? Okay, so we have. I hate to do. Okay, we're gonna do the quick 30 way of doing it. So in here, purchase. What's happening is that the item is trying to buy it with arcane coins, and this is mystic rubies. So we'll eventually do a different buy option, or maybe we could do it now. But purchase with mystic rubies. Okay, so it's all. The only difference is this. That's it. So I guess they'll just do that now. And copy paste purchase exclusive item. Let's say. Or what I can do is I can filter in here, but I could filter, hey, if this is specific ID, purchase it with this. But Usually what I do is I have another string in here that will tell me what the currency type is. That is also something I could do. Okay, so in here, now what we're gonna do is the same thing. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, everything's the same. Price, cost, done. Okay. So when I'm gonna, so the only thing I need to do is update some stuff. Need to create the listener. This is for economy, not economy, purchase in game. See, per currency, checking out purchases, player data. The grant first spell we don't need anymore. I'm gonna remove this. The player loadout. So player stats. Oh look, there's two. So this is bad. Don't need that. Oh no, wait. No, yeah. Okay. Can remove it. Okay, game data. Medics. So let's do with the player data, I guess we could say. And then let's say inventory, or I don't know. Or we could do purchases, but it doesn't really matter. Void, no, not void. But or a string int with callback. Oh no. And then we only have one, but now we're gonna change it to purchase. What did we say? Purchase exclusive item. So use to buy items with mystic rubies. Done. And now we go back in here. This is gonna be specifically. Oh no, we're gonna go in here. Purchase, and you have these. Where is it? Purchase exclusive item. There we go. And that's all good now. And then we need to go to the shop. Oh, it's in the room because it's not a prefab, it's a one-off. And then here, what is the script? Also in here, instead of, so we're not gonna do anything in this. We just gotta do the reference to the new one, and that's all we need. And it's gonna do it. So now we can, if people want to buy an instant level up, let me add currency to my account. Mystic rubies, 500. Okay, so now I'm gonna be able to test this out, make sure everything's working. Then we're gonna test I'm gonna make a build and test the enemies later. Not right now on live because it takes a little bit to build. We have a lot of scenes now. If you noticed, we have 29 scenes, and not all of them are done, but there's like a good 10 scenes, and they're not even close to finish. It's just like a demo scene so that we could test and play around with. These next 2 months, my focus will be, I mean, it's a lot easier said than done, but my focus is the fighting and the maps. And so the maps is priority because we need to be able to traverse the world, and then the fighting, so spells and enemies. So I'm trying to focus right now on fixing the spells and the player experience so that we can dial it in, because then once we dial it in, I can create like 100 spells and we can go crazy. And that's why I'm working on the VFX, the rendering, make sure things are good. I need to delay when the player is enabled. But now we have VFX. So like we actually have particles, so I can make this actually better. So we have 5,000 instant level up. I'm level 5. If I buy this, it's not buying. What the freak? Let me make sure that that it's actually doing it. Not buying it. Now we're gonna figure it out. See what's happening. Okay, so I have the purchase, have the callback. Let me see. I'm gonna have to debug some stuff because I want to make sure this works. Let's make sure the button actually pushes it. Stop hold, start hold. Buy level up crystal. I'll erase the event. I'll try to buy it. 500. Purchase result. Oh, wait. Debug. Purchase success. Okay, I'm gonna debug, trying to figure out it's actually leveling it up. Let me make sure that we have the right reference. So level up channel, buy channel. So level up, used to level up the player. And then in here, we should have player race event. Okay, let me make sure. Do we need that there's anything to overwrite? But let me make sure. Okay, so entity level up and level up. Check this. Level up. So it should do this. If the level is max, debug log leveling up. Maybe it's not updating stats. Let me check. Okay. Now we have some debugs. You can check stuff. So I think my next goal is to create 5 unique spells for each category: a fire, earth, a water, and then dark and light, or magic spells. So then we can start with something fun. Okay, let me clear the logs. Okay. Okay, what happened? Okay, so let's see. What? Nothing happened. It's not even buying? So if we have this guy, I'll level up. Bum, bum. Buy event. Not even purchasing, so level up crystal. Buying crystal, level up crystal. It's probably not even going through the purchase setup. So we have the purchase exclusive item, which we set up before. And should have in here inventories, exclusive item. Oh, there it is. I always forget something. It's just that this thing, I sometimes do this. Oh. Okay, now it should work. It's just that sometimes I click stuff to reference to know where it should go, but then I forget that I need to go back and fix it. And so when I need to create a new scriptable object. Okay, so now everything should be good. Oh my gosh. But that's why it's important to double check everything. Okay, you level up. I'm now level 6. And there. Okay. This thing needs to. Now I'm level 7. So you can buy these. Yes, it's a little bit pay to win. If I wanted to, but yeah, it's just if you want to. It's just a test. Okay, sorry, but I have to make money, so that's how I'm gonna make money. People want to level up by playing or paying, they can. Now let's, and I took off the roof because I don't care right now. Oh, and now we have this cool monster. I think you should like it now. He's dark, and he shoots these crazy balls. So I hope you guys, hopefully it doesn't kill performance. Oh, but now, yeah, yeah. Let me know what you guys think of this. Now these guys are pretty cool. And obviously it's a little bit over the top. I'm not gonna lie. Trying to see. Oh, come on. Okay, now I can kill him in one shot because this is level 1 monsters. Whoa, super cool. Okay, I don't know how this will do for performance, so I'll double check, but I think it'll be better to have. Yeah, so we have spells. I think it'll be cool once we have. Oh. Oh, what the? Oh, that's the controller needs. Okay, so we have. You need to save. Oh, so the next step is to save the state. So once I unlock this puzzle, it should save. So that's the next thing I want to do. What the heck? Who's hitting me? Level 6. Okay. Telling you guys, if you guys are patient, this game is gonna be cool. It's just it's kind of hard to do it solo, so I'm trying to get help on certain things. Do it. It just takes a little. Come on. Anyways, yeah. So I'm gonna go back because this is not the case. But I need to test. The next thing is to test the game. Test the multiplayer version. That's why I need people. I need players to come help me. I need testers. Okay, I'm level 11. Okay. And I'm gonna add more verticality so that people can actually jump on and off from places. Okay, so it's coming together. Now we have VFX. Next, I mean, after doing spells and stuff, I'm gonna add post processing, see how it affects performance, and then just dial it down. See where we want. I really want the effects to stand out. Like your spells will be number one. Spells are number one. Enemies number two, and then players number three. Number two, players number three, and then number four is the environment. So that's the order of priority. Environments can still be feel good, but performance wise, I want the levels to be as performance as possible. Obviously, we have the physics that's gonna take a lot, and so we'll see how much we can squeeze out for post processing. But the post processing alone will help us kind of dial in contrast, and it's gonna be nice. So let me. Last thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be done because I want to push a build out with all these fixes. We are gonna go into that area because we have unlocked progress and most things. So we have a way to save the progress. This is something that I've what do I've seen a lot. Not I've seen a lot, but I've heard people. I was like, oh, how do I save data? And I think this setup is working really well. What I do is I have this track current scene and the scene progress. And so right now I should save, It's not saving. So let me make sure. So what happens is I'll show you in the player. So if I look at my information, data, no, player data. And here we have game progress. And what I'm doing is for every, I don't know if items is the right word, but we have arrays of information of whether we have saved data. And so, for example, the first scene, we don't have anything. We have items 0, 1. And so, see, it's 1, that means something is unlocked. And with a 2, 1 is locked. And we have last scene index. So the last scene you were in, and it will load that. So that way, as you're making progress and you leave the game, you come back where you were. And I have to eventually make a way for you to teleport back. But for now, you can just return back. The other thing I need to do is when you die, You should respawn last respawn point. That's what I gotta do instead of respawning. Because what happens is if you're coming back from the scene and you just want to go to the other side, all you have to do is die and it'll. So that's kind of a cheap thing. So what I want to do is save not the last place you jumped off, but the last place you spawned. So that door. So if you're coming from the other side, you'll spawn back that side. Coming from the other, you'll spawn back that way. So instead of save points, they're like kind of checkpoints. I'll also have some kind of way of teleporting you from place to place. But now we have 30 scenes that we can work with that we're in the process of. Let me see. So I got to figure out if this is actually saving the information. Because let me see. We have this thing in here. The puzzle, save game progress. So, game progress, save progress. So it's a current scene index. So this, I believe, is 3. So this is in scene 3. So scene 3, yep. So scene 3, and it's 1-1. So that means the event is the first event or the second event probably, and the value is 1. So 1 means it's been unlocked. So it should unlock. So the problem is that there's no save progress to actually unlock it. Let me double check. So area manager, log progress. See, we have 1. Oh, the problem is the index. So what happens is this should be index 0. That's the issue. Okay, so that's the first. Okay, so I'll show you, and now this is fixed, but I'm gonna show you how I changed what it means for the player here. So in here, this is scene 0, which there's nothing, but it's okay. Scene 1, no, 0, 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, I think 1, 2, 3. Because the first room is that. Okay, so this is the. Oh, that's weird. This is the central room. 0, 1, 2. Let me double check because. Okay, so we said that was 0. Okay, yeah, central. We're on 2. Scene 2. So it should be okay. So it is 0, 1, 2. Okay. 0, 1, 2. Okay, so we have here they're all 2s. I wonder why. Because I think I'm using the 2s in a different way. So the way is that I can have any numbers on these and it could mean anything. And obviously the hard part is that I don't know what they might mean. I might forget. And so it's important to document it. But for now, I know 0 means not locked, 1 is locked. Now, if I need more, like another number to say something else, I can write a key of saying, okay, 0 means this, 1 means this, 2 means this, and that way it's consistent. That's something I need to do. But for now, 0, 1. Okay, so I need to change this here over here. And that was the problem. So now I'm going to get in again, and that door will be unlocked. Because I already went through it. And so it should be unlocked. So players can just continue to go through. They don't have to unlock the setup every time. Okay. 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 So, and you might say, okay, like in order to save data, you don't need the loading scene and the first scene, but I have them in there just in case. Maybe I do want a pre-setup. Maybe I could use for different purposes. Okay, so I came back from here because that was the last spawn point. I'm gonna go back through and I'm gonna test it. It's gonna get pretty crazy after. Because some of these places are super high res, and I don't think they're good. Okay, go through. All temp. You'll have actual border on. This is a little bit high. I think there's still things to fight here. Oh, oh no. Crap. Whoa. Need to make sure I get this. A bit long. Oh, oh. Come on. Because it's. Oh, good if there's a. Oh no! Died. Oh my gosh. Oh, dang it. No, it didn't. It didn't give me back health. Load. Okay, what's here? Okay, so this is pretty. Oh, we haven't done much. Fight boxing. Come on. I think after this one. Oh yeah, it's a temple. The others. And some of these don't have any enemy. Oh, that's but I do want to add a variety. Yeah. Yeah. Now that I have the spell working the way I want it, there's any more. Oh, there's no. Okay, so that's where it breaks. Okay, so we need, let's see what errors we have. There's some errors. Oh, yeah. Okay, so 2, 3, when we break, I'm gonna fix this, then I'm gonna make a build. And while it's building, I'll take a quick break. But let's fix that. So we have region 2, 3. So it's just layout. There's nothing here yet. I want to make like a little forest area on this one. I just haven't been able to yet. Okay. We do have a plane, so that will fix it. Then we also need to remove this respawn mechanic because we have this one. Everything there. Do 2, 3, do 4. Okay. And we have that. And then 2, 4 is this. So we gotta test that. This has mesh colliders. It has the doors. Doesn't have any enemies. To add some enemies. But I want to test things out first. And then we have 3-1. 3-1 is one of the first actually expensive scenes. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm not gonna like this, but oh, it's not gonna be good in VR. Gotta take out stuff. I've been slowly taking things out, and even then, there has a lot of stuff. Trying to think of what. I try to take everything little. I'm gonna even keep these rocks. Rocks. So many. I highlight all these rocks. Holy cow. So many. Okay, so rocks everywhere. See, like, not even, I don't, yeah, too much. But even then, like, I have to delete them too to actually improve performance so it doesn't load them. But it's just so much. Let me see if I see the camera. What is stats? Vert, yeah, 1.9 million. That's too much. It's just too big, and that's why I'm trying to. This thing could be 3 different levels. It's cool and all, but for example, we're gonna go. Let's do something right now. Okay. I'm gonna save it as. We're gonna go in here, and let's say 2-4.5 for now, because what we can do is we can grab this side and make it for the other level. Show you what I mean. Okay, so we're gonna this area up. Okay, so first we're gonna set up a wall. So the player can't pass. So we're gonna say as far as this, which for now it's okay. So the player will be able to see, like, will be able to do all that. Okay, they're just passing through here, and we might be able to do stuff. And then I can add a scene transition where you go from this to this scene. Okay. But we want to make sure players can't pass through. They can try it. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete. Can't delete that one. That. Then we have do this right there. We can delete this stuff. I think these, oh no, they don't have LODs, so that's another thing. But I'm not going to start setting up LODs. This is just a temp scene. We're just trying to get an idea, like what it feels like to go through these worlds. This I can without problems. That's why we're going to have to model our own stuff, because some of this stuff is cool, but it's not performant. And I want to make sure it's performant so that we can do cool stuff with effects, like you saw with the enemies. We're just using these assets. Come, dang it. Water. Now, this stuff. Rid of. This. Oh, crap. You can add the mountain range to the wall instead if we wanted to. Right now, I'm just trying to get a generic idea of what it's going to look like. And not even look like, it's just how it's going to feel for the player. So we don't care about it looking perfect. So many little things that they're the rocks. Is now we have even now we're still the 1 million verts. So many stuff. I'm gonna light bake and leave it, and then I'll come back and do I'm gonna do the build, and because we're gonna have to test to see how it performs in the headset. It's not gonna be good, I know that. But I'm gonna see if it's bearable so we can play. But I'm gonna replace everything with something more performant. Okay, that's okay. Holy cow, these things, what are they? These crystals? Crystal. Crystally. There's just so many crystals. crystals. Okay, that got me a lot better with verts. Manageable, 100,000. Most of it was the small crystal stuff. All cool stuff, but just trying to get. We'll be able to make cool stuff, but let's leave it like that. Do this, and then bake occlusion, and then do the rendering, lighting. Lighting is okay. I can improve it. We can tone it down. 56, 128. Here, light sample 20. Bake. Okay, I'm gonna take. If it's gonna take too long, then I'm gonna do it for now. But I'm gonna take a little break. I'll come back in like 10 minutes to check it. It should be done in 15. Okay. Oh, light baking, yay. So in here, I'm gonna use this to kind of see with the progress. Some of these are way too much. Yeah, so like that's the terrain. And in here we can scale it down to 0.5. The heck? Holy cow. 0.1, man. Yeah, 0.1. This one, 0.1. Could do all these. But dang, I don't remember. I'd have to. On the river, I don't think it needs light bake. What? Is that the water? Yeah, not doesn't need to be static. Um, 1.1, 1, 1. Let me see what else. This 1, 1. This is too high res. Doesn't need to. Maybe my settings are off on the light bake, but there should be a way to like universally change all these scales. Fine. These are too much. Point. Yeah, that was gonna take forever. Gosh. Nightmare. Okay. Now we're more doable. There's still some stuff that could use improvement. But I think for the most part, everything is that was gonna chug a lot better now. Is this one? ETH. Pain. This isn't. All this change it. I don't. That's why I don't like some of these low poly models, they're just not like, it's just lazy in a way, because you could do it a lot more efficient. But it's too much, some of this stuff. It looks nice sometimes. There's some hieroglyphics here. It's cool because we're gonna use some of that stuff. Okay, so now we are on the baking. It says 3 hours, but it's not gonna take 3 hours. If not, I'll end the stream. But I think it's a lot faster now. Tone down a lot of these. And I know every time I change this, it's gonna reset, but it's faster now. See how it goes now. Should be a lot less. Okay. They're still raw. Okay. This is more bearable, I think. It's going a lot faster, so I'll be back in a sec. We'll see how it goes. No. I close the window? No. Okay. Bake, come back. Done? Nice. Okay. Now we're gonna build. Let's see how. Okay. What? Oh, come on. No, did I not? Did I delete the freaking light? Oh, that's what I did. No light. Okay. lighting. It's a little bit crazy. Dawn. Uh, nice. And then I'm gonna light again, but it should be pretty quick. I'm gonna bake the lighting because I don't want it to be too heavy on the project for when I build. These tools, I don't think we need them. The idea is that we have these pillars here. That's where you're coming from. You're going to, I think, from. Uh, this one. Yeah, this is a lot better. Oh, is that? Oh no, it's still good. Okay, now I'll make a build for the game. What? Base. I think these all have geometry. Yeah, they have geometry, so you can step through. We're not gonna fall. On. Okay. Now we're gonna go. We did 3, 2. Oh, this one. Yeah, I'm scared of some of these. This is holy cow. None of it's set to static. It's all here, and we'll see what it does. Okay, not too many birds, so that's better. And these have a low D, so we'll see. So, the idea is that you come inside one of these. Obviously, none of these worlds make any sense yet. I'm just placing down temp assets. These are all Unity store assets. We're gonna test them out, see how it feels. Like we don't need that many trinkets. Things are gonna be a lot simpler. They're still gonna look cool. We're gonna have LODs. We're gonna have lighting. We're gonna have bloom. I'm just trying to figure out stuff so we can make sure we're on track with stuff. I'm gonna move this here to the side because I need to change some settings. My server. I don't want you to see the ID. I think we're on 55. Okay, so, and then build in a few seconds. But yeah, so let me see. I have some things that I want to polish. When you die, the last respawn. And add 5 spells. The other thing that I also have planned is muting other players. Because I'm gonna create something tomorrow for multiplayer month, or not tomorrow, multiplayer Monday. I need to have something ready for muting the players, but I don't have anything set up yet. But it shouldn't take long. Oh, come on. How long does it take? Just like On. It's taking longer than the light bake. So annoying. Oh, I'll make sure. Dashboard setup. Again. And put the latest. Oh, come on. Okay. So you have 54 build. Build 54 is live. Oh, well, it's in alpha. We just need anything else to do spells. I have the spells ready to figure out, and it's gonna take a while to figure out. Maybe next week I'll be deep into the spells, so hopefully we'll be debugging more spells and kind of I don't know if I want to test post processing yet. I really want to focus, and if I keep adding too many stuff, I'm gonna go crazy and not get anything done. And so I gotta prioritize the experience first, and then add other stuff. Bum, bum. Okay, this is annoying me. And taking forever is because of the. Wait. Come on. Okay. Probably because I have a lot of scenes that it's. Eh, I need to make sure. Can. Okay, it's there. Done. Okay. Oh no. Finished. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to initial scene, the loading, just because I don't want to get stuck in any of these. But we're gonna build. Let's do with debug symbols just in case we get errors. 55, 55. Password set. Okay, 55. It's gonna build, and it might take a little bit because of the debug symbols. Probably. I did make a build earlier. Shouldn't be the end of the world. I'm gonna get a drink and then I'll be back. But this is usually what when I have to make a build, and I know it's gonna take a while. We I just go get lunch or something. But this is not gonna take a long time. Probably 10 minutes. I'll get a drink. I'll get a drink and then be back. See, almost done. See, it took 3 minutes. Not bad. Okay. And I think I got 3 up to 3. Let's see, 2 3 is performant. 2 4 we debugged. 3 1's okay. So after 3 2, some areas might not be accessible, and some areas will not be finished. But that's why I'm going through them, fixing them, testing them. Yeah, I could spend a whole day just fixing it up like that other one, but it's not a big deal right now. I just need to get something there to test. I need to test the multiplayer aspect of the game, see performance, how it handles it with multiple players, multiple enemies. I'll definitely have to improve the effects so that they're not so heavy. But we'll see. Maybe add more animation stuff with the enemies, or more movement and less attacks, or maybe deal more damage per attack and have them not attack as often, so there's less VFX in the view. I can't remember what the max count of players is per room. It's either 4 or 6, but it can add pretty quick. So we'll have to see. I'm gonna test some things. I still have to test how to spawn the enemies and figure out a good dynamic way to make it fun are funner for players. Um, definitely do dungeons that have bigger boss that requires multiple people. We'll see. Bug symbols. List. Top priority. Definitely last respawn point. And man, so many things I want to do, and then definitely the 5 spells. And so we have 1, so 4 more spells, plus 4 more spells. Muting players. And spells. Okay, so we have to figure that out. So that's the main last respawn point. So that way when you die, you don't just like cross over. And then probably optimize scenes and just scenes. And just always, so I need to always work on the scene. So like I gotta put at least 1 hour every day on environment to just kind of do something to progress. So today we got up to 3-1. Kind of 3-2 is fine. So just do a vert check, make sure things are cold, LODs or whatever I need to do to delete, and make it playable so you can get from point A to point B. Make sure that's all the way through, and then start adding things. Maybe add enemies. I don't think just adding enemies is good enough, but I want to make sure I figure out the progress, but at least have something. So I need to have something in each scene so the players can enjoy going through it. And definitely gonna, once I have the 4 spells, some of the respawns, it'll definitely be time for enemies, but that will be like in 2-3 weeks. And I do have some cool stuff that we can use to make enemies all feel different for rate casting and other things AI wise. It should be really good. Okay, let's upload this. Some people ask how to make it into an APK. This is how it is done. Okay, now I am in this folder. I have an APK. I have the debug symbols. The debug symbols are not needed. I don't want them. I use them just in case, especially if I'm gonna have people play test this. I want to make sure if there's any errors I can check. So debug symbols. It's just a habit of mine. If there's any crash logs. Okay, so that's it. It's being uploaded and it'll be ready to play from that link on my YouTube channel, my Discord. We'll definitely want to update. Okay, so now we have it. It's done. See you guys on Monday. Will be multiplayer Monday. On Thursday, we're gonna do level up as a developer, and next week we're gonna see how we're doing with magic hunters, and it should be looking a lot better.